Welcome to the Nerd Party.
I'm Darren Moser.
I'm Philip Gilfus.
I'm Daniel Prue.
And this is City Alpha 3.
Hello, and welcome to City Alpha 3, a Star Trek podcast here in the Nerd Party. I'm your host, Philip Gilfus, joined as always by my co-hosts, Darren and Daniel. Gentlemen, how has your another week of no new Star Trek been?
It's just like post, 2005? Is that when Enterprise?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Pre-2009.
True. Well, that's a movie. That doesn't count.
I mean, did you all celebrate? I mean, I know it's a dumb question. I know you did. This is the 10-year anniversary of Into Darkness, so I'm sure you all
did see that
again.
I saw in one of my Facebook memories, it popped up, and it was just a text of me that I had typed saying, "Tonight I'm gonna go see Star Trek Into Darkness," and I was like, "Oh yeah, past Darren, you were so hopeful and
so naive.
No, it's so naive."
My Facebook memory said, "Okay, I'll give it a try." So you can tell how open-minded I was going. So, but anyway, so Daniel, how's DS9 going? Still hanging there near the wormhole?
Yes. I'm trying to remember. It's been a couple days since we've been watching anything.
Dominion War related.
I can't remember. Yeah, it's something Dominion related. Oh, there was something. Oh. Okay, so Damar and Wei Yun come to the station under the guise of it's the episode. Now I remember. It's the episode where those three special people, the genetically engineered.
Oh yeah.
That group of people, statistical probabilities. Yeah. But anyways, there's a scene in this where they watch the negotiations, and they say remove language filter, and then Wei Yun starts speaking, and they call it Dominionese. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
It's always ease. It's
Klingonese.
And I'm like, okay, it could be something else, people. Come on.
But I was just shocked because that's a really dumb sort of name for it. I'm just why not call it, whatever they're called, whatever Wayne is. Hordish or something, or but no, it's apparently everybody speaks that language, I guess, in the Delta Quadrant. So I don't know, but
see, I would think almost that the Dominion, that is a different episode if we do this, but the Dominion would almost have them speaking different languages. Like, in other words, like Prodigy. They don't want people talking to each other because that's how they keep in control.
Maybe the Vorta know all language, but they're the most under their thumb, so it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Cool. What about you, Darren? Any non-Star Wars related watching or doing?
I don't think so lately. I'm trying to recall, but it's been fun. As I still feel like we're writing the end of Picard season 3, and still seeing a lot of social posts of a lot of Star Trek Star Trek stars on the Writers Guild picket line right now. So that's where I'm seeing the most Star Trek activity at the moment. But it's been all good.
Yeah. So it's basically sort of a countdown. Daniel, when's Resurgence? Is that what it is coming out?
That is Wednesday. It's coming out in 3 days. Very excited for that. So keep an ear out. We'll be talking about that in the future, I'm sure.
And then Strange New Worlds is just a matter of weeks here. So so more Star Trek coming. And
question though, real quick, no. If there was, since we are doing a writer strike right now, which of the series that is currently in production is going to have a Shades of Grey episode because of the writer strike?
Discovery season, final season is nothing but Shades of Grey.
Well, but except for it's not the same kind of timetable as it was in the 90s. So I'm assuming Discovery season 5 is pretty much in the can at this point, or is just being wrapped up. They're usually because of the effects and other things, they're not really shooting it's not like they're shooting week to week. This week, it's been a month since this aired. Now we're on the next episode. We better start, producing. Like, no, it doesn't happen.
Nothing else is live action. Well, Daniel, and this may be a disappointment. This may delay Section 31 movie. So,
oh no! I'm obviously not disappointed or care. But did we all see the grainy still photo of Boimler and Mariner on?
Yeah, I was just talking to Philip about that. I didn't realize what it was at first until I thought it was just a picture from Strange New Worlds. Like, it had no caption when I first saw it. But it's what we were expecting was Tawny Newsom and them to play their people. So, and they're in the uniforms, the lower decks styling with the boots. I want to see a close up of those boots in live action.
Yeah, it was one of those things where they released the titles for season 2, and I just glanced at them and didn't give it much thought. And I probably read that title and it didn't click in my head. And then someone's like, yes, those old scientists. I'm like, well, obviously then it's that.
Obviously
episode.
That's the episode. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I was listening to the Smallville Rewatch podcast with Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling, the stars of the show. And they covered an episode that had Anson Mount in it. And so he came on the show and they were talking, and he was asked, he's like, what's it like being the lead on this Star Trek show? It's a lot different than going in and doing guest spots and stuff like that. And he was just talking about how, he's kind of like, he's like a leader. It's totally different role for an actor because he sets the tone for everybody. He says sometimes they have 18-hour days that they have to work and stuff, which is kind of odd, but I guess that's just how they do it. But it was interesting hearing him talk about Star Trek in a non-Star Trek sort of context. So,
yeah.
Yeah, I haven't listened to any of it recently, but there's still been a lot of really great Investigates episodes coming out, and I need to catch up on my backlog. I do recommend that for anyone who's. It's not only a great show, but just because of the Star Trek aspect of it, there's just a lot of really good. Like she'll have production people. She had. Terry Metalis. I've been listening to the one with Alexander Siddig. And what's great about it is it's not just like, oh, we're going to talk Trek because that's what we have in common. It's like they go into their lives, into their, all sorts. It's just, you never know what you're going to get, like where the conversation's going to go. And it's just very fascinating. It's an amazing interview.
Well, Darren, you had mentioned we're still coming off of Picard season 3, which seemingly wrapped up the TNG story. I suppose. But
they were playing poker. We're done. That's the rule. Once you play poker, you're done.
So, what better way to think about the ending of TNG than to think about the beginning? That's right. We're doing season 1 trivia. So,
oh boy. Okay.
I know there's can be a lot of conflict that when we do this. So you know what, guys? This is what I'm proposing.
I didn't have time to prepare.
This is a cooperative group effort. So Darren and Daniel.
So if either of us get it right, we win. Okay. We're against you.
Can finally get a win under my belt. This is fantastic. Geez. All right, let's go.
So you can confer but I guess that's the hard part. You do have to agree on one answer. So maybe that may cause conflict.
Well, it's most likely going to be one of us thinks they know and the other one has no idea. So it's not going to be too much of a discussion.
So I did try to put these under categories, but I ended up just throwing stuff together. So it's basically just going to be 10 questions, 10 questions, 10 questions, and then final. So
percentage-wise, how many of them are about justice?
Well, you'll see. You'll see. As many as appropriate for such a seminal episode. So just set your minds. This is season 1. There's nothing outside of season 1. So I guess that is the, there is going to be some Enterprise D questions that may have been established later, but that's about
the Enterprise D is in season 1. So
exactly.
I think we're
presumably these facts will all be true in season 1, even if it was established until season 7.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to start off some behind the scenes. So here we go. Question number 1. and these some are multiple choice and some are not, because I want to challenge you all. So, but these are mostly
I feel adequately challenged already.
So these are going to be multiple choice. So here we go. Number 1, when was Star Trek: The Next Generation officially announced? Is it A, January 1st, 1985? Is it B, October 10th, 1986? C, February 11th, 1987? Or D, July 14th, 1987?
Okay, well, it started in 1987, so I'm going to assume it was not neither of the 87s.
Yeah, I was going to say 1986 before he even started giving us options.
I think so as well. I mean, they don't usually announce things like multiple years ahead, just because it's more time for people to not like something, and you're already bringing back Star Trek, which a lot of people, as we've seen the article notes, didn't. So yeah, I would guess the one in 86.
B.
Okay.
Final answer.
B, final answer, and that is correct.
Yes.
So,
yay, process of elimination. Woo. Totally not our knowledge of Star Trek, but the odds were in our favor.
All right, next one. Which writer/producer from the original series was not involved? A, D.C. Fontana. B, David Gerrold. C, Fred Freiberger. And D, Bob Justman.
I know Justman was.
DC was there as well.
In season 1?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She was on the documentary. The Chaos on the Bridge documentary. She was talking about it.
True. I'm just saying the Chaos on the Bridge documentary was covering the first 3 seasons.
No, I know, but but I think she was there just because she was left.
She's the most. She had just done animated, so that I believe you. So can you repeat the answers that were the other 2?
David Gerrold or Fred Freiberger?
Well, it sounds like Fred Freiberger is a name you made up.
I was going to say, I don't know who that is. So
I'll tell you his TOS role. He produced the 3rd season.
Okay.
When Gene stepped away.
And what about the other?
David Gerrold. I hate his name. Does sound familiar. So.
Episode.
Yeah. Okay, so the one who wrote Tribbles or the one who produced season 3. I get a feeling I'm going to guess the one who produced, because it feels like the Gene's kind of thing of like, that's old Star Trek. I want to do new Star Trek, and I don't want to carry over things, even though he did in like the scripts. I don't know. What do you think, Daniel?
I think it's Fred Freiberger, just because it's good. I don't know.
Oh, okay. We're saying it's Fred.
Okay, and that is correct.
Yes. I feel so
DC
smart.
Fontana did literally write Encounter at Farpoint. I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay, I mean,
Gene came in with
I was
the Q
busy
story.
looking at the Enterprise D while her name came up on the credits, so that's my bad.
I also liked how you said Gene wanted something new when I just told you he literally brought in 3 people from TOS. All right. This next question is I'm going to emphasize the first word of this question. About how many years after TOS was TNG? A, 40, B, 60, C, 80, D, 100.
I thought this was pretty well established. I think it's...
Yeah. So Stranger World, or not Stranger Worlds, gosh. TOS is like 3 years long, and it is set in like I know it was like 2266, because it was matching the year of when it came out. So if it came out in 66, it was 2266. So that's through 2268. So we're going from 2268 to 23. Gosh, when was it?
70 something.
Yeah, 70. Yeah, 78, something like that. So 68 to 78 would have been around 90. It's like 80, 90 years. Can we have the numbers again,
sure.
Philip?
40, 60, 80, 100.
I think it's 80. It was roughly around. It's although 100 is a nice round number, which is.
But it wasn't 100. I know for okay. It's 80.
I think it's 80,
and that is correct.
Ah,
There we go.
These old scientists were so smart.
All right. Next question. LaForge was named after what real world person? A. George LaForge. B. Geordie Le Pen. C. Georgiana Forgy. Or D. Geordie La Fontaine.
See, I knew that he was named after a person. I think it was like a fan who like wrote in or something like that. But I know he was named after a real person. If only this was a Paul Stamets case where it was literally Paul Stamets, like just, no change. I'm trying to remember if the LaForge part or the Geordie part that was more copied. What do you remember, Daniel?
I don't remember much at all. I vaguely knew this, but I don't think I've ever heard the name. So I would pick A just because George LaForge is funny because it rhymes. But that's literally just shooting in the dark. So
if you have one more time,
Sure.
Philip.
George LaForge, Geordie Le Pen, Georgiana Forgy, or Geordie La Fontaine.
I think it's one of the Geordies. Like, I feel like it's not the LaForge part, it's the Geordie part. So that's either B or D. Can we have B or D again, Philip?
Geordie Le Pen or Geordie La Fontaine?
come on, dig in there, Darren.
I'm going to go with D because it has an F in it, like LaForge. It's just a slight tweak. So we're going to go with D.
Okay, and that is incorrect.
No.
Should have gone with Daniel. It is, in fact, George LaForge.
Yes.
George
He was
LaForge.
a quadriplegic young man who, of course,
right.
did pass away fairly shortly after. But yes, George LaForge is the real person.
See, you threw me off George LaForge because it sounded so funny, like you said. Like, what parent has his name LaForge and names their kid George? But I guess. All right, well, that's all right. One so far ain't bad.
All right. What stage was TNG shot at? A, stage 5, B, stage 9, C, stage 11, or D, stage 47?
I know this is stage 9 because it was 8 and 9 that it was shot at. Unless you have a different memory.
I mean, you live right next door, right? So I would assume you would know.
I was just over there in Hollywood. No, it was stage 9.
That is correct.
All right.
Used to be a name of a podcast, if I remember. All right. Next question. What stage was Planet Hell shot at? Now, this is the infamous sort of planet set they had. I always think Last Outpost when I think that's... But anyway. So what stage was Planet Hell shot at? A, stage 13. B, stage 16. C, stage 21. Or D, stage 47.
Like he was giving us the gimme with 47. Like, you just know it's
Or
not
am
that
I?
one. Yeah. I want to say it's like 16 or 13.
Yeah, I think 13 sounds right. But I'm just guessing.
Start the countdown clock here.
Yeah. Okay, let's go with 13.
And that is stage 16.
Correct
answer.
Okay. I should have followed my gut. That's okay.
All right. Continuing with the wonderful world of season 1 of things that definitely did not last. The Dustbuster model is what type of phaser? A, phaser 1, B, phaser 2, C, phaser 4, or D, phaser 6?
So like a type 6 phaser, basically, is what you're saying? Another way of saying it? Okay. Then it's a type 2 phaser.
Sounds
okay,
right to
no,
me.
you agreeing? Yeah. Just making sure I have consent of both parties.
The type 1 are the little keychain ones. The type 3 are the phaser rifles, and the type 2 is what they would draw, and that would be a Dustbuster shape phaser. The bigger ones, it's a type 2. Final answer.
Okay, and that is correct.
Woohoo!
All right. So, in the world of creating Star Trek, of course, there are many things that didn't make it to the final cut. So, what was Picard's original name? Was it A, Jacques, B, Emile, C, Jasper, or D, Julian?
I want to say it's Julian Picard. That has a feeling, and also like I could see Star Trek being like, we're going to reuse that. That's a good name. Let's reuse that later in the show called Deep Space Nine. What do you think, Daniel?
That thought went through my head as well. So I'll say let's go with it.
Yeah, I say Julian Picard.
And that is correct.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
The others also don't sound very good. What was that second one?
Emile.
Oh God, that sounded terrible. Like I'm like, there's no way that was it.
I'm trying to think of nice French names. All right. And speaking of names, which of the following was not a proposed name for Yar? A, Masha, B, Tanya, or C, Ellen?
Oh boy.
Because some reason I thought Yar was also initially not even Yar. It was something else. I don't know. My gut would be Ellen, even though it sounds like obviously not. But
All right, let's go with Ellen.
all right, I have nothing better. It was Ellen.
And that's correct.
Nice.
Yes, the original name was Masha. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Macha. Masha Hernandez.
Hernandez. Okay, that's what I was thinking of.
Okay.
And then it was Tanya Yar, and then it was Tanya Yar.
Because it was highly based off of Aliens.
I know, which is why I picked Ellen for Ellen Ripley.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. Sneaky.
All right, this last question.
Is this your way of teaching us that we actually know a lot about season one?
This last question is going to be a fill in the blank. I ain't going to help you. No multiple choice. Which actor is credited as Con Ensign in Encounter at Farpoint?
Oh, that's going to be easy peasy. It's going to be Colmini. He didn't have a name yet.
You're right. He was just standing there, putting the ships back together, doing his best. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Colomini is correct.
Yes.
Good old unnamed ensign, Con Ensign. Oh, how your career would grow.
All right, next we're going to go into the Enterprise D. So open up your mental technical manual mind palace for this one.
Or my literal technical manual.
I don't know if that counts as cheating or not.
Yeah, open book test here. All right. Which was not a designation considered early for the Enterprise? A, NCC 1701-7, B, NCC 1701-G, or C, NCC 1701-Delta?
They already had established the number, or the alphanumeric, the word thing. Sorry, the letters. I couldn't think of the word letter. They already established the letter thing in the movies, so there's no way they would have put another number at the end of it, I don't think. Does that make sense?
So you're saying that Delta and G would have been at least closer in line.
Right. Yeah.
Although Delta, are you typing out the word Delta? Oh, I get it. Instead of saying D, you would just say Delta.
Yeah.
I'll go with that. So the 7 was not considered.
I'm afraid that is incorrect
No!
because TNG was conceptualized before Star Trek 4 came out.
Oh, dang it.
And then when it did come out, then they did have to change it to a letter. And then that's where they started with G, because originally it was going to be like 100 or 200 years in the future.
Right.
And then that's when they started to scale it back, is when they went from. So it was originally the Enterprise G. And then
everything comes full circle.
So, yeah. So,
well, wait. So you're saying, so which one was? Because you were asking us to choose what was never considered.
Yeah.
So Delta.
Delta was never considered, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with 7. 7 was the first concept, NCC-7.
Got it.
And then we got to use a letter, so they said -G because it's that far in the future. And then they
part it back.
Shrunk it closer.
So Delta, okay, which makes sense because Delta would have been like, why write out Delta? And I was only thinking because maybe they were worried about people making like D jokes. Like if we say delta, it's a little better. But
see, I was thinking they would just make the little delta symbol.
Greek which symbol. Is also weird because then it's like, how do you write that out though every time? Now you have to write delta like a little triangle, NCC triangle.
It would have changed our keyboard designations as people were like, we have to write it.
Yeah. Keyboard, how quaint. All right.
How, and I appreciate this question could have been written a different way, but I didn't, and I don't care. How big was the smallest model? Now you could say how small was the smallest model, but that's not what I wrote. How big was the smallest model? A, 1 foot, B, 2 feet, C, 4.5 feet, or D, 6 feet.
I want to. It's 4 feet, yeah, because there was a 4 feet and there was like a 6 or an 8 foot as well.
Yeah.
Unless there was like a teeny tiny one, but then I wouldn't have been over a foot. So I'll go with 4.
4.5 feet. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yep.
Correct.
It is 2 feet.
What?
Oh, for far away shots.
And so the next question is, how big was the biggest model?
Okay.
Was it A, 6 feet, B, 8 feet, C, 10.5 feet, or D, 12 feet?
Okay, so I remember them talking about an 11-foot model. So I was surprised when he didn't say that.
So I remember it was like a 4 foot. I want to say it's like 4 and 6 or 4 and 8 were the two models, the main shooting models. I don't think it was up to 10.
Okay.
So what were the numbers that fall into either? So there was
6 feet, 8 feet.
So it's either 6 or 8. Trying to think. I want to say, even though it's only 2 feet bigger, I'm trying to like think back to like behind the scenes when they're showing the model. My gut says 6, but I could be wrong.
Is that the final answer? Getting a no scratch from Daniel.
I'm going to let Darren pick this one. I do think it was bigger, but I'll let him.
All right, countdown.
Because like 8 is like double 4, but that feels like a lot. I'm going to go with 6. 6 feet.
And that is correct.
Trust my gut. Like with something else, but yeah.
Not that I would have known this necessarily, but when I think about it, I remember seeing a picture, and it may have been more modern times than it was in 1980, whatever. But like with the model stood up and someone standing next to it. So I'm 6'1", and I remember the picture was like of the same height as the person. Okay, so that's how I can see when you hear 6. Like it doesn't sound like that, but then you see it, and I'm like, oh,
right. And that's where I was trying to remember
later in the years.
Yeah, and because I was like, I don't think it was 8 because then it would have been double the 4 foot, the 4.5 foot, which I don't remember it being twice the size. So,
it was 2 feet. It was 2 feet and 6 feet were the two models. So at least initially.
Okay, then I must be thinking because later they did make a 4 foot model. I'm pretty sure.
All right, this is going to be a fill in the blank. How many shuttle bays?
Well, there's
three.
Three?
There's 3 shuttle bays. There's the main shuttle bay, there's shuttle bay 2 and shuttle bay 3. But we know that from our entire knowledge of Star Trek. So is there some line that someone says in season 1 of like shuttle bay 5 or something? Is that what we're...
Oh, what's the episode where there's 2 Picards and they go to the shuttle bay? That's shuttle bay 12. In that episode. No, I don't know. Just saying.
I mean, that's what I'm worried about. I mean, I know that there's 3 shuttle bays, and you know that there's 3 shuttle bays, but we also did a podcast about Star Trek for like 20 years.
Let's say 3.
Yeah, I mean, there's 3. There's
3 shuttle bays, guys. I don't know why you're making it hard.
Because it's your question, and it can't be that simple. So we had to think about it for like 5 minutes.
I thought that was the gimme. I was waiting for that 2 seconds delay.
That's why we had to think about it, because it was too simple.
Now, this is another fill in the blank.
It's like asking how many photon torpedo launchers.
Oh, God. Guys, how many photon torpedo launchers are there?
I mean, I know there's 3 because there's one underneath the saucer that only shoots out when it separates. But I don't know if that's a season 1 knowledge. We only see 2 in the show. That's my full essay answer. Is that there's 3? But we only ever. I'll say there are 3, but we only ever see 2. Hey, you're loving me in open space.
Yeah, no, I agree. I didn't know about the third one, but
2 is correct.
Yeah.
See,
that's like 3 questions from now, but you asked it, so I skipped ahead to it.
Nice.
All right. So here we go back. This is another fill in the blank. By the way, no pressure not getting this wrong.
No. Geez.
What date in 2363 was the Enterprise decommissioned? Hint: it's my birthday.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
But you haven't been born yet, Philip, so it can't be your birthday.
I just gotta grab my phone.
Do you celebrate birthdays in the UK? I thought that you didn't. That's why we haven't in the last couple of years.
They're called jubilees.
Oh, jeez. I swear. That's true.
I have no idea.
I'm sorry. Facebook reminds me I don't store that kind of information off the top of my head.
Double wrong, then. October 4th.
Yes.
That's a good little.
I thought you were going to say it was like Gene's birthday or something, because that makes that's like. Oh, okay.
I don't know his birthday either, so.
Which I don't think I knew that. I was looking. Hey, wait a minute! Look at that. Okay, this is going to be multiple choice if you need it. What deck is the battle bridge located? A, deck 8. B, deck 10 backward. C, deck 12. Or D, deck 15.
See, I thought it was deck 9. So when you didn't list deck 9,
I don't know. 12 sounds ish.
It's like 10 or 12. I don't have my poster up. Because that would be even with 10 forward, which would have been.
No, but 10 forward, it can't be, because 10 forward is above the bisection, right? It's on the
right.
top.
Well, deck 10 is right below the seam line of the saucer.
Oh, it's below it?
Yeah, because
because that's right.
The
windows curve up.
And so I want to say it's 10. I don't think it's 12. 12 is too low. I would say it's 10.
All right, that's fair.
Deck 10.
Right. That's wrong. I did that because it made me laugh to say deck 10 backward because it's funny. Deck 8 is the correct answer.
Wow, that's kind of surprising. I guess it really does sit up there.
Well, it's kind of nested up into it. Yeah. Okay, I thought it was 9. So, I mean, just off the top of my memory.
I consulted books. This was not. I did not look at the internet. This is all. I looked at all my books. So that was probably an Akuda book. So you can tell.
As long as you looked at a source, that's fine. Not like I thought it was 9. So sure, I wrote it down.
This one I didn't know. So anyway, that's why it's multiple choice. How tall is the warp core? A, 5 decks high. B, 8 decks high. C, 10 decks high. Or D, 12 decks high.
It's 10 or 12. It's huge. It's
I know
like
it's
the entire.
massive. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, let's do some rough math. I mean, there's 42 decks in the Enterprise, and engineering is on deck. I think it's like 36. So what's 42 minus 36 is 6. So that's 6 and 6 is 12. So I want to say 12.
Derek did math. I can't argue.
Yeah, 12 decks.
That's correct.
Yeah, nice mathing, Darren. Let's go.
So I'm like, if I take these 2 points of the triangle that I know.
All right. The cargo transport.
I'm just laughing at 5 decks. Sorry, that's just that's just crazy. No,
that's a defiance.
Yeah. Even then is a little weird.
How many decks does Defiant have?
Oh, don't get me started.
We've done this before. Yeah.
Some say 4, some say 8. It's never really. They don't put windows on it. Philip,
imagine if they made it to a movie, then somebody would have fallen in a bottomless pit, and it would have been a whole thing.
Yeah, how many decks does the Enterprise E have? 1 million. Oh wait, next question.
All right, the cargo transporters are located on decks 4, 38, and 39. How many are there? A, 8, B, 11, C, 13, or D, 15?
15 is the only one that's divisible by 3.
Well,
and if we assume that they're equally distributed.
Well, the 3 of those are odd, and one of those is even. The first one is even. But see, I would think it'd be an even number because you'd have like. I see what you're saying about divisible by 3, but I don't think the one in the saucer is the same as the one in the star drive.
Okay, so you're expecting for it to come out like that. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, you could say there's. Oh, but 8 is.
You think the star drive ones are the workhorse ones, and the one in the it's just a little dinky one,
like 3 and 3 and 2,
something like that.
Something like that, because that would be 6. That would be 8. But I don't know. But I feel like there's more cargo transporters than just 8. That also feels like a very low number. I'm trying to picture, because I know the cargo transporters are like near those oval elevators in the saucer that go like through the entire deck. Can we have the numbers one more time, Philip?
Sure. 8, 11, 13, 15.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's going to be 11 or 13, right? That feels weird.
Yeah, I would guess either 8 or 15, but 8 feels low. Because I know there's only like 6 personal transporters, in the saucer at least. So it's got to be quite a lot. So yeah, I'll say 15. Sounds good.
I said 15.
You confirm it? Yes.
Okay, just making sure I got the concurrence there. Guys, go with your gut. 8 is the correct answer.
All right.
There's
so much cargo to transport. I thought we needed more.
Because in my head, I always picture the 2 in the cargo or in the like from data lore. I always picture like there's the 2, so that's why the even number made sense to me. But all right, this is the last question. This Enterprise D thing. Which is not a type of shuttlecraft? Type 3, Type 6, Type 7, Type 15.
Well, I know Type 15 is like the long range. It's got to be one of the 6 or 7 because you wouldn't really have right next to each other. Because there's like the shuttle pod, there's the normal shuttle we see, and there's like a long range one that's like, I think, the 15.
Is that like the ones from Deep Space Nine?
No, we never saw it. It basically looks like a elongated regular shuttle.
So just like a bigger van?
Yeah, we never saw them. I'm picturing the page in my technical manual.
I should say these are all ones you've seen. I'll give you that hint.
On the show?
Yeah.
Well, not all of them, because one of them we haven't seen at all.
Well, but then that would be the one that doesn't exist.
Right.
That's true.
So,
yeah, I'm not necessarily saying this. I should reframe it. I'm not saying like canonically in any source at all, this one doesn't exist. The ones that we haven't seen on screen. I guess you could phrase it that way.
Okay. Well, we see the small Type 3. We see the Type. I think the regular one is a Type 6. I'm pretty sure is a Type 6. So that leaves 7 and 15. I'm trying to think of another shuttle. Well, okay, no, we have seen. It's the one that's smoother. That like it's the one where Picard and Wesley went on their long trip on. Like it looks smoother from the outside. I want to say then maybe that's the Type 7. So like 6 is the boxier one that we see, like that we have the toy of. and then 7 would be the smoother one. So yeah, my gut says we'd never seen a Type 15 shuttle.
All right, let's go with it.
All right. And the correct answer is, or I should say the incorrect answer is Type 3.
Oh.
Is it because it's a Type 2, the little one we see? Because that was also
the toy one is
gut.
Type 6.
Right. I knew that. I was right
and
with
the
that.
slightly bigger, longer, uglier version is a Type 7, if that makes it. It's a personnel carriers with it. And then it's kind of an ugly one. I don't like it. But they've seen it a bunch of times. And then the
so what's
Type
the little
15?
one?
The Type 15 is actually the boxy one.
Boxy one.
So like the boxier is what I'm saying. It looks
like the little one that like
Yep.
Data and Geordi are in.
Yep, like
really?
season 1 kind of stuff. Yep.
I felt like that was a shuttle pod, like a Type 2 or 3.
Like the
Okay.
Elbaz in Times Square.
Yeah.
What you were talking about, Daniel. That's
Okay, so
just
Type
because
3.
just because the number's bigger doesn't mean it's bigger.
That's what it's supposed to mean. Okay.
All right.
Curse those engineers. Okay.
All right. So now we go into another section here. It's I try to do something, but it just ended up being a potpourri. So just go with it. Again, the technical. Now we're back to just season one. Pure. This was on screen in season 1 or behind the scenes. All right. Question number 1. Which character went unused for 4 episodes and was almost dropped, according to the actor? A. Beverly Crusher, B. Wesley Crusher, C. Worf, or D. Deanna Troi?
I want to say it's Troy.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That
Let's
is
say Troi.
correct.
Like it's not going to be the one you think it is. Yeah.
Definitely isn't Wesley. We know that.
Yeah.
Especially season 1.
Who was the first chief engineer to appear?
Oh, man.
McDougal.
No,
A. Lieutenant Commander Argyle, B.
Oh, wait.
I feel
Lieutenant
like Argyle
Commander
was the
McDougal,
second.
It is Argyle.
C. Lieutenant Commander Bennington, or D. Lieutenant Michaels?
Because it's a Naked Now, or Naked Time, whichever one it is. Naked Now.
Which is
And
like the 4th episode.
No. I think it's the second. I'm pretty sure it's the second
Okay,
episode.
it's within like the first 3 or 4. It's very early.
And so it's got to be Argyle. Or I'm sorry. No, it's got to be McDougal because she was the one that was.
Argyle was. I know Argyle was not the first.
Yeah,
he was like the second or third. Okay,
It's
I'll
gotta
go
be
with
McDougal.
Daniel.
All right, that is correct. Daniel
Yes.
is on it and isn't exactly correct. That is encounter at Farpoint. Next one was a naked whatever, and that was correct. All right, this is going to be a fill in the blank, so you're going to have to open up that season 1 mind. Which reoccurring Trek guest character first appeared in Haven?
Oh.
It's Michelle Forbes, wasn't it?
Nope. No.
No.
What? No. It's Loxana. Yeah.
What was Haven about again? Is it? I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'll go with Daniel.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Loxana Troy. That is when
See, this is showing. I know the ships. Daniel knows the people. Like that's
this is
pretty
when
much how we
Deanna's
expect it.
fiance shows up.
That's right. And he draws a different woman, a blonde woman,
Yeah, it's kind
in
of weird.
his dreams or whatever. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird.
And she's on a plague ship or something. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. This is I learned for the first time, so I wouldn't have gotten this right.
I feel so confident.
Yeah, I know. In Lonely Among Us, one actor played an Antikin who would later appear in Deep Space Nine
Oh,
as what character?
I know it.
I'll go ahead, Daniel. I'm going to give you multiple choice if you just know it.
It's Ducat.
That is correct.
Oh yeah, it was Marco. I did see something about that recently because it was his birthday, and they had one of those all the things he had played, and it showed the Antikin. And I too thought like, oh, I didn't know he played an Antikin.
Yeah.
We need fresh Bajorans for the grinder.
All right. How many years was it between the loss of the Stargazer and Picard taking command of the Enterprise? Multiple choice. A, 5 years. B, 7 years. C, 9 years. Or D, 12 years.
Well, we have Wesley as a time marker, right?
He wouldn't.
I don't know.
Well, do we though? Like, was Wesley young when Jack was on the Stargazer?
Yeah.
So he was born.
Yes. Well, no, I don't know actually, because he just says that Picard brought the body to that.
Right. Well, okay. So we know that he was conceived and born before, because otherwise that doesn't work.
I actually don't know the answer to this question at all, but it's also weird that there's this big of a span. Like, what was Picard doing for all this time?
Getting over the loss of a ship. Like, you kind of they don't give you another one like for a while.
For 5 years, and that was the smallest amount of time. That's they don't give you another.
Maybe he went and worked on the vineyard or something. That's what he does. He's not having a ship.
I actually don't know. I have no idea.
I feel like it's simpler than that. Because I'm thinking of like the battle, when he's like, I haven't seen that ship in blank years. Like, I'm pretty sure it's right there in the episode.
I don't remember if he has a line about how long it's been. He says he's served on border for over 20 years, but I don't know if he says.
That's what I'm thinking of. I thought I saw the word 20, but I think you're right. Like how long he'd served there. Can we have the numbers one more time, Philip?
Sure. 5 years, 7 years, 9 years, 12 years.
I want to say it's like 9 or 12.
That doesn't. Yeah, I mean,
does that feel too long to you?
I would go with 5, just because even 5 years is difficult to explain away because we just don't know what he was doing during that time. 12 years is like, what would his post possibly have been? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's ever answered. It could still be 12. I'm not sure.
All right, so I'm saying 9 and you're saying 5. Should we flip a digital coin? Because I don't know if either of us are right. So
yeah, I'll go with 9. I'll just agree with you.
All right, 9.
9 is correct.
Woo!
Almost a decade of his career, and we don't have no idea what he was doing.
You're trying to think of it too logically. Like, I was like, I don't think it had to deal with logic like they were trying to explain it. They just picked a longish time to make it seem like this. I haven't seen this ship in almost 10 years. Like, it's been forever.
But I agree with what you could. I mean, you always wanted to fill in gaps with novels or something. I mean, forget Picard isn't on the Stargazer. What the heck was?
Well, and we do know that he knew what's her name, the JAG officer who did the Stargazer trial.
He must have had a ship, like temporary or something. Man,
desk assignment. I don't know.
Yeah. Must have been doing something.
Maybe he met everyone in
vineyard.
those 9 years.
Went to the vineyard, or went on some archaeological crazy crusade.
He took sabbatical.
Yeah, the only thing it doesn't make sense. The only thing that makes sense is I can't remember what uniform they were wearing in the flashbacks of the Stargazer.
I think it's Maroon Monster.
I think so too. That's why it makes sense. I'm hand quoting because time has to have passed.
It's weird because I think it's it's a Monster Maroon when we see like Jack and stuff, but when it's the flashback, like he's seeing the ghost, they're just regular
TNG.
I'm pretty sure they're regular season 1 TNGs.
That's probably a production reason too. So
which probably is.
But nevertheless, that's canonically on screen, so we have to accept it. Yeah, I don't know.
Do we?
Yeah.
All right.
Moving on. In Heart of Glory, an actor who played one of the main Klingons would be what reoccurring guest character on Enterprise?
I
do have multiple choice, but you were so quick the last time. I'll see if you just know it.
I think I know it. I think I know it. Go ahead. Give me the choices though.
Okay. A. Admiral Forrest. B. Ambassador Soval. C. Commander Shran. Or D. Captain Erica Hernandez.
Yeah, it's A. It's A. A is the right answer.
All right, I'll go with Daniel.
Yes, that is Vaughn Armstrong, who played Admiral.
I know it's not Shran, because, I mean, he's in a lot of roles, but not that many roles.
All right, here's a fill in the blank. Which was the last season 1 episode to have a saucer separation?
Ooh.
And just by the way, would not be a saucer separation until season 4.
Wow. I was going to...
There's multiple choice?
Right? No.
There's only one. What do you mean? I'm pretty sure that we don't see it.
It happens in Encounter.
Right.
And it happens in... I was going to say the Q one, but that obviously was...
That's a season 2.
It it does happen later because they have a talk about it where they're like, we can't just separate the saucer every time we go into danger. Like, we got to just.
Right, but they didn't do it.
They wouldn't separate it.
I think it only happens once.
Oh, no. It's also season 1. What is it? Amazing. Yeah, because Geordi's in command. Geordi's in command when the Arsenal of Freedom.
Does they separate the saucer?
Because Geordi is in command of the star drive. We see the star drive go into the atmosphere to see the probe because it gets hit by the atmospheric particles. Like, it's just the star drive in that moment. They they zip away, and we're like, oh no, we left them on the planet. Why? Because they were going to disengage the saucer at warp because it's crazy, and then they're going to zip around. So
okay, I do kind of remember, but he wasn't on the battle bridge, right?
He must have been. I know what you're saying. I do picture him on the saucer, but yeah. I'm fairly confident that would be Arsenal of Freedom. Yeah. Sure. We'll just say that one.
Correct. That is the correct answer.
Yay!
If you remember correctly,
I obviously did remember correctly.
Geordi's in command, but then the chief engineer du jour comes up and like, I'm Lieutenant Commander, blah, blah. I should be in command. Geordi's like, you should be of the saucer section, and I'll be in the star.
That's right. Because
he was on the battle bridge in that episode.
Yeah,
that part.
As Darren said, he must have been.
I don't remember. I just don't remember.
I think you're right, though, Daniel. We see him in the captain's chair on the saucer for a good chunk of it, but then he obviously transfers to the. I love that. He's like, you should be in command of the saucer. See what I did there. Go sit down. I'm going to take the emergency direct there only that we rarely use turbolift to the battle bridge right now and get there.
So at the top of the episode, Darren did reference the writer strike. So what story was the first to be affected by the 1988?
We know the main
WGA.
one to be affected, whether it's the first.
Which one?
Well, it was Shades of Grey.
Which is not a season 1 episode.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a season 2. That's a season 2.
That's a good point. But it's so bad that I thought of it. Okay.
So what story was the first to be affected by the 1988 WGA strike?
Oh,
Your multiple choices are A, Skin of Evil, B, Symbiosis, C, We'll Always Have Paris, or D, Coming of Age.
So the way I think of it is because of the writer's strike, that's why some of the very early season 1 episodes were literally just TOS remakes because they couldn't write new scripts. That's why you have the Naked Whatever and a few others, because like the first 4 or 5 episodes were just TNG scripts slightly adjusted because they couldn't write anything.
Or phase 2 scripts.
So then, or phase 2 scripts. So then the first one after that, when you burn through those, would have been the one like affected. I don't know. I want to say we've only had Paris.
I was thinking that way too, just because it's boring. But yeah. I have no other.
I can't imagine it's Skin of Evil. That feels like way too like pivotal to be like, oh yeah, well the writer's strike, and so we had to kill your character. Like what? Like that doesn't make sense. I have nothing else to go off of, so I'll just say we will only have Paris.
I agree.
That is correct. Yes. The behind the scenes is if you remember. And
our logic is probably completely wrong, but it doesn't matter. We got the right answer.
No, you're wrong. But your logic is not, but your conclusion is fine. So if you remember the scene, this is the weird time travel weird episode, because where there's the 3 datas, and they're like, which one of us is the real data? That was written like on the fly, like literally like day of. Like, because
I remember it being weird.
Yeah, because you have.
I forgot about that part. I was just thinking about when he goes to Paris and the holodeck. That's all I totally forgot about the 3 datas.
Which it sounds actually kind of scabby because I forget if it was Berman or someone else was on the phone with the writer being like, so yes or no, you would have written this. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, okay, man. What about this? Da-da-da-da-da. What about this?
So that's how they got it. Yeah.
All right. 2 more questions left in this round. The Neutral Zone was originally planned as a 2-parter that would see the Enterprise and Romulans join together to fight who? A, the Borg, B, the Ferengi, C, the Horta, or D, the Vogons?
It's not the Vogons. That's a different franchise. I want to say
What if they did? That would be pretty cool.
I want to say the Ferengi. Season 1 had such a hard on for the Ferengi and making them like the big bad.
Yep.
And I cannot picture it as the Borg. So the stupid answer, the season Ferengi. 1 answer would be the Ferengi.
Yeah.
Because of the writer's strike, we did not see the two-parter where the Romulans and Starfleet fight the Borg.
Well, all right. Fair enough.
I mean, I'm glad, because I don't think that would have been as good.
Because then we booted the Borg, of course, then to season 2 with Q Who.
And they changed it a bunch, too. I remember they were talking about the early concepts of the Borg, and they were very different at that time.
Yeah, we weren't ready for the Borg.
Okay. But yeah, that was interesting. Then the last question here. What this is Darren, who's always a timeline fanatic. What year does the end of season 1 take place in, according to data? A, 2344, B, 2356, C, 2364, or D, 2371?
It's C or D.
Yeah, it's C or D. Just trying to remember. I want to say it's 64. That's my, which was one of the answers, right?
It was.
Because that would place the span of TNG from 64 to what? 7 years later.
81. 71. Sorry, 71.
To 71. That feels right. Because we know at the end of Picard, we loop over into 24th century. So 2390, 99. I mean, I'll just go with 64 unless I can. If I had more time to think about the math, which I don't really want to, so I would guess that. So yeah,
fine.
64.
And that is correct.
Yay!
I do want to do the caveat according to data on, I could have always changed it. Like, yeah, that's what he said, but we don't, All right.
It also makes more sense because in TOS it was 66.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so jumping 100 years roughly in the 60s.
No, 80 years. We went over this.
Well, that's true. But I'm meaning the first show started in the 60s and the second show started in the 60s, just 100 years apart-ish. But, yeah. It doesn't matter. I got it right. So.
Leave me alone. All right.
How did you remember that number so precisely?
All right. So now we're just going to do a quick round. This is the final round. This is just a quick round. This is straight fill in the blank. No multiple choice. No nothing. You either know it or you
don't. Worth more points, right?
And this, I'm going to have you just shout out if you know it. So no consulting. Shout out. So if you know it, say it. If you don't know it, don't shout it.
Don't say it. Yeah,
whatever I hear first, unless you're consulting.
What?
I can tell the tone of voice. Okay. If you're just like, I think it's, but if you're like, da-da-da, then that's the answer. But if you're like, Daniel, all right. So
lightning round.
Yeah. Actors who played Tasha Yar.
Who did play him? Play Tasha? Denise Crosby.
Correct. From a financial production standpoint, what made the Next Generation a first in Star Trek?
Syndication.
Correct.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Which TOS character first appeared?
Bones McCoy.
Correct. What does PAD stand for?
Personal Access Display Device.
Correct. Who was the last main character to be created / cast?
Worf.
Correct.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
What does Visor stand for?
Ooh.
Visual interface.
System. Or because original recording.
I heard visual mumble. That's not what I have on the card.
We totally know. Yeah,
all right. I'll say you don't know. I don't think I would have known it either. I think I would have got maybe the first two. But
they say it so many times in the show. It's like
visual instrument and sight organ replacement.
Oh, I should have rememred OR was.
And of course, my response was, sounds like someone wanted to make something that standard for the word vagina.
yeah. But with a Z.
Exactly.
Like, instead of sight, it's like Zeta, organ replacement. Why? Oh, it just sounds cooler.
Who designed the Enterprise D real life?
It was not Justman, but Tube Guy.
Matt Jeffries.
Jeffrey.
Matt Jeffries designed the original Enterprise.
The original. He didn't do the D.
He may have been dead. I don't know if he's still alive. I know, but I felt bad because I'm going to tell you right now. If you had asked me, I don't know. And I feel like this should be a person we know. Like,
it's I'm assuming then it's the other guy who did the technical manual, which was Okuda and I want to say Michael Piller, but he's a producer.
No,
yeah,
Okuda just did. I say just, he just did the.
Yeah, he was a producer.
No, I know. Guy. I'm just saying the other person was.
Yeah.
I don't know who designed the Enterprise.
I know, and I feel really bad. Like we should be saying his name every day now because he's obviously
Rick
made it all possible.
Rick Sternbach. Not that I'm cheating.
Andrew Probert.
Probert.
So tattoo that name in your arm because hey, great.
No,
thank you, Andrew.
I should have remembered that.
So Andrew Probert. All right. How many episodes was season 1? And not that this may or may not help you. The pilot counts as 2.
Sorry, I just want to stick on Probert for one more second.
Sure, please do.
We should have known that because there's the Probert Enterprise C, the concept,
the Ambassador class,
the Ambassador. Yeah. So that should have made that because I did know that name connected to that ship, the one that we don't see. No pun intended. Okay. Anyway, that's
how many episodes was season 1? And the pilot counts as episodes 1 and 2.
22.
Really? Because most of them were 24
just shouting it out, so
or
Daniel,
20.
No, you're wrong. Darren, what's your answer?
24.
26, my friends.
That was my second guess. It's my second guess.
All right.
Current Star Trek's like, they did what?
Yeah, I know.
How many? In one season?
Which episode, and this is for me, from coming from over here, which episode was banned by the BBC and why? Why is a bonus, but which episode was banned by the BBC and why?
Oh, I know. It's the wait, that's season 1, right? It's the terrorist one, right? It's the terrorist one? Oh, darn it.
Oh, that was my thought, but no. I think they just cut the line from that. They didn't cut the whole episode. This is the whole episode.
Then it's justice because of too many naked people.
No. They don't have a problem with that here.
That's true.
And in fact, it's the opposite of what they would have a problem here, is why. All right, I'll say the episode. And let's say the episode, you'll be able to tell me why.
Okay.
Conspiracy.
Oh, because of the exploding bits. Because of the exploding
gore.
Heads.
They don't like gore.
Yeah. All right. And then this is the last question. What is the final line of the Romulan in the neutral zone?
Well, he says Picard responds with like, "We'll be waiting," and the Romulan before him says, "Like we'll be watching." No, is it the reverse?
That sounds right.
Or does it Picard saying "We'll be watching"? I'm so close, but it's something around that.
No, Picard says "Make it so."
Oh, shish. I mean, in response to what
I want the ship to go now.
I think I want to say the Romulan says we'll be watching.
What the Romulan says is the same thing that could be said in 1987 with Star Trek. We are back.
Oh, okay.
So that has been your trip through season 1 of Star Trek The Next Generation, where it all began. And now we are theoretically...
But how did we do? Did we win?
You took
down
You did. You got 2 wrong in the first category of 10.
It's not too bad.
Not bad. 6 in the second one, not as good. 1 in the third, which is great. And then the final one, you missed a couple. So,
but also,
yay, we won!
We got points
ourselves.
But learning more about season 1 is its own reward.
That was the true joy of this,
including
season.
Andrew
Probert.
Andrew Probert.
All
right,
okay.
And
that's
Darren,
the real takeaway.
Darren, if folks want to talk to you about where cargo transporters in the shuttle bays are located, where can they find you?
I'm a little sore on the subject, but they can go to drsci-fi.com.
And Daniel, if folks want to talk to you about what sweaters you'll be wearing, where can they find you?
I only wear sweaters with one color. That's the number one, like One Up Dan.
And if folks want to find me on the Battle Bridge, watching Star Trek, because it's the best place to watch Star Trek.
What deck would that be on?
It's the one in the back. You can find me at NC Public
8.
Program.
We just learned it was 8.
Wait a minute. Hey, real quick. The question was, what deck was... What was the question?
The Battle Bridge located?
Yeah.
Technically, it's on deck 1. Couldn't we have just said that?
No, it doesn't. It's not deck 1 of the Battle Bridge. The battle.
Is it like
no?
when a train disconnects and it's the number system changes? Like as soon as the saucer, you are now on deck 1 of.
Yeah, once it separates, it's got to be
all
deck 1.
All the turtle lifts reprogram themselves.
Let's see. Battle Bridge is in page 47, not lying, of the technical manual. You don't get to renumber it just because you're on the Battle Bridge now.
It's a new ship. You can do what you want, man.
All right. Well, until next week, I'm Philip Gilfus.
I'm Darren Moser.
I'm Daniel Prue.
Stranded here on deck 8 on City Alpha 3.